CBR, what have you done? What have you done? Oh no. How? Apparently, this guy, Damien Deminsky, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Yeah, he said that there are 10 ways that Justice League is better than the Snyder Cut. I want to see this. I haven't watched Channel Pup's video about it, because I want to have my own opinion on this article. So, yeah. I'm going to give my honest opinion about this article. Also, like Degenerate J says, please do not contact the author. Do not send him hate and do not threaten him. Don't do anything stupid, okay? Good. Let's get into this. Alright. Number 10. Alright, this is pretty obvious. It isn't, wait, what? It isn't overly long. Wait, what? Okay, the runtime of Zack Snyder's Justice League, in and of itself, isn't inherently a problem. Avengers Endgame was also over 3 hours long. And so was, what? Titanic, I think? Sorry, I don't have anything scripted, so I'm just entirely going off of this, improvising. The problem with Zack Snyder's Justice League, instead, is his languid pace. It's boring, monochromatic cinematography, and the awful, borderline video game-worthy CGI. I for one thought the CGI was actually amazing. I don't know why he's saying the CGI is bad, video game-wise. I mean, how the hell are you gonna make a real-life model of Darkseid? You know what I mean? Or Steppenwolf. How are you gonna do that? You can't, okay? Unless you have a highly advanced robot or something, or a mechanized suit. Good luck, okay? But the pace, too? I enjoyed the pace. It took its time with making sure all the characters get their runtime. Especially Cyborg and Flash. We actually gave a shit about them, too. I think that's going to come up, but who the hell knows. Superman got to be Superman. What the hell does that mean? One of the biggest issues with Snyder's vision is the fact that it had no room for Superman. Sure, Superman existed in the Snyder films, but in the 3 films he directed, Superman never once got to be the optimistic paragon that fans are used to. And while that made sense in Man of Steel, it's maddening that Superman remained a door and unfun for almost 10 hours of runtime across 3 films. Is that to say that... Oh, God. See, that's the thing, though. A lighthearted Superman, like Christopher Reeve, wouldn't have worked in the first place, in my opinion. It wouldn't have worked in Batman vs. Superman or Man of Steel in the first place. Because he literally kills... He literally has to snap Zod's neck in order to save all of humanity. If he didn't, all of Earth would have been destroyed, okay? And it was an unfortunate sacrifice. But why did you want that to be so lighthearted? Like, what else was he gonna do in the first place? But we're talking about Snyder. I mean, how is this movie supposed to be lighthearted? And he's saying he's dour and unfun for almost 10 hours. I enjoyed him, for one. I was one who actually did enjoy Henry Cavill's Superman. I was always there. I never really had a problem with it in the first place. However, showcased a fun, caring Superman who jokes around and goes out of his way to save civilians. Yeah, but the Flash literally saved all of humanity in a embracing way. I don't get it. What were you trying to say? I mean, Superman literally saved an entire world in the first movie. And in the second movie with Doomsday. He literally killed himself in order to save humanity. What's the problem? Oh, God. Alright, number 8. Steppenwolf looks better. Up front, the villain Steppenwolf looks awful in the theatrical too. His big CGI body, too rubbery and fake looking to be menacing, and his face exists right in the middle of the uncanny valley. Again, the problem isn't that. Steppenwolf looks good in the theatrical cut. It's just that the spiky, overly shiny, somehow even more rubbery-looking Steppenwolf from the Snyder Cut looks worse. Seriously, Snyder Steppenwolf looks like what would happen if the XX Extreme 90s was a person. What? Bro, he looks like an actual alien, though. I don't get it. Like, the theatrical cut, he looked too humanized. He had like a human type face. I didn't like that design at all in the first place. It always bothered me. Personally, it always bothered me. He looks like a threat. You get what I mean? Like, what would you rather be scared of? Let's say someone knocks on your door, okay? What would you rather be scared of? Theatrical Justice Steppenwolf or Zack's Justice Steppenwolf? Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot, I know, but just... it's already bothering me. This article's already bothering me. Alright. 7. A lot of humor still works. There's been much discussion about how Whedon's jokey dialogue didn't mesh well with the Snyder's more dour and operatic tone in the theatrical cut, and that's true. So, wait. You just said it yourself then. Whedon's cut is an absolute tonal disaster. It's still preferable. What? Oh my god. You don't get it. Listen, some of the humor was still kept in it. Like, Bruce Wayne's joke, "I'm rich," is his superpower. He kept that joke in, actually. And I laughed at that, too, yeah. But the joke with Flash going, "God, I hope this is East," like, come on. I'd rather prefer him saving the world than him saving the family, making those jokes. And on top of that, too, there's just the switch, okay? BVS and Man of Steel, they were so serious. I get that, and I like that, actually. But then they went into like a funny, lighthearted movie. It didn't work well, the transition. It just didn't work well at all. Alright, moving on. Doesn't unnecessarily kill Cyborg's dad. Yes, it does. There was a major point in why... Okay, hang on. There are many genre cliches that should be left in the past. While Snyder's avoids many tropes, it definitely falls face first into one as Joe Morton's Dr. Silas Stones sacrifices himself to save the mostly white cat. Wait, what? Why are you bringing racism into this? Why? You're talking about a movie, not race. I don't get it. Oh my god, I can't. I'm actually getting pissed, and I don't know why. I don't know why I'm getting pissed at this. I don't care. I'm keeping this in. I don't give a shit. Okay, first off, why are you mentioning mostly white cast? What was the point of that? Like, Cyborg has been black from the start, and every other character has been white from the start. I mean, fuck. Martian Manhunter, he's black too. And he wanted to have Jon Stewart's Green Lantern in the movie too, but he revealed that he couldn't since he probably would have been a 5-hour movie, for God's sakes. Who knows? But that was actually a major point, though. He actually had to basically kill himself in order for them to actually find Steppenwolf to tell him where they went with the mother box. They would have never found him if he didn't kill himself and overload the mother box. He would have never did that. Number 5. Oh god. Wonder Woman reveals she never gave up. One key sticking point with fans about Snyder's DCEU is the revealing... I can't read sometimes, I'm sorry. Revelation that Wonder Woman gave up on humanity after World War I and only decided to return superheroing after the introduction of Doomsday. However, the Justice League Theatrical Cut, Diana tells Batman that she never actually truly gave up being a hero, which is more in line with Diana from the comics. Well, no, she didn't. It didn't take... Why did... Oh my God. How do I say this? I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Wonder Woman 1984 revealed that, okay? And that's a shit movie, okay? I'm sorry. It's a horrible movie. Why am I sorry about it? I don't know. But listen, alright? I don't know why you want to have a little notion that she didn't give up after World War One, then Wonder Woman 84. It's still part of the DCEU in the first place. Alright? Even though it's a shit movie, it still happened. And that's the indication that she didn't give up after World War One. Darkseid isn't a weak punk. To be fair, Darkseid isn't in the theatrical cut. But that's preferably what Snyder does with them. Because in the Snyder Cut, if you first see Darkseid during a flashback scene where he gets his butt kicked during the war for the mother boxes. Well, you're mistaken. It's really Zuas? I forgot it. Young Darkseid. UXAS. I don't know how to say that name. But yeah, I mean, he wasn't in the first place. Yeah, you mentioned that. But he was younger at the time. He had less knowledge at the time. Plus, he was using a goddamn battle axe in the first place. Darkseid doesn't do that. Now, Zuas does, yes. But then you could later see a much mature Darkseid. A much more comic book accurate Darkseid. Like regular Darkseid. Okay, I'm reading this one. Some fans will complain that it's not actually Darkseid, it's Zuas. We're not complaining, we're just telling you that it's not actually Darkseid. It's that name, before he gains mantle. However, a film should stand on its own and not need ancillary material to make sense of what's going on. Well, it makes sense in the first place. You can see it's a much different design than the Darkseid we see later in the movie. It's clear that he got older. It's much more clear. But if you look at the theatrical cut, I'm just realizing this. If you look at the theatrical cut, it's Steppenwolf who was trying to take the mother boxes in the first place, then lost. And I get that. But Steppenwolf didn't even age in the theatrical cut. He didn't age at all. Actually, between that flashback and what we see him in the theatrical cut. He didn't age at all. Alright, moving on. The Snyder Cut is rated R. No, the Snyder Cut's R rating is excessive. Now, there's nothing wrong with R-rated superhero movies. I agree. I love Deadpool, Logan, Punisher. I actually gotta watch Watchmen. I haven't seen it, actually. Sue me, I don't care. But it's weird to have a film based on Justice League, of all things. That's so needlessly violent. And to what end? Snyder himself said he doesn't believe in sanitized violence because bloodless PG-13 action doesn't allow audience to see the consequences of sad violence. Wait, what? Okay, here's a couple of things. I get this part, but she basically had to do it in order to save them. And plus, there were so many more bad guys in both scenes in the first place. But in the theatrical, they only show like 2 or 3 bodies being thrown to the wall. And then where did the rest go? Snyder had to literally play the whole scene in order to actually explain where each of them went. And what happened to each of them. So Wonder Woman had to fight off all of them and bash them all into the wall, basically, in order for them to not actually shoot all of them. But then that's not even the part that makes it R-rated. It's the fact that they kill off Dr. Salas, and the fact that Steppenwolf's head got cut off too. And plus, all of humanity dies in the first place. Alright. Martian Manhunter's reveal makes no sense. I like the cameo. It's more of a cameo. It's not a reveal. Like, he's been here the whole time. He was in Man of Steel. Comic book Easter eggs are fun. There's no denying that. So the problem with the reveal that General Swanstick was actually Martian Manhunter the whole time. That had nothing to do with him appearing in the Snyder Cut, and everything to do with how little it makes sense. It kind of does make sense. What are you talking about? Hang on. Like, with how powerful Martian Manhunter is, why does it take this long for him to do anything to help people? Well, here's the thing, alright? It wouldn't make that much sense if he just came in randomly to help. Alright, but he did actually have an impact. He was able to talk to Lois and tell her that the world needs her, basically. The world needs everyone in the first place. But then there's another Easter egg, too, where there's going to be more members of the Justice League, not just the table scene in Wayne Manor. Now we know that there was supposed to be a Jon Stewart Green Lantern, and now we know there's going to be a Martian Manhunter. So there's going to be more members of the Justice League if they continue the Snyderverse. And number one, the post-apocalyptic ending was awful and unnecessary. I completely disagree, but I want to hear what you have to say. Contrary to popular belief, Zack Snyder's on HBO Max didn't film many new scenes, and most of the extra $7 million was given to finish editing and finalizing unpolished virtual effects shots. I stand by this. I mean, technically he did film all of this in the first place, but then they had to cut out so much because of Joss Whedon, and then they had to reshoot a bunch of it. So of course he had to have that money in order to finish it, because they actually had it all filmed in the first place. I don't understand what the problem is. There were 4 minutes of film footage specifically shot for it, and it's terrible. Is that all that's bad, though? I'm just reading this. Overly claustrophobic cinematography to atrocious dialogue. Is that all that's bad about it? You're not even explaining why it's unnecessary. This scene is necessary. It ties into the nightmares that that Bruce Wayne is having, with Superman literally becoming evil and all of humanity being lost. Of course it's necessary in the first place. It also reveals that Joker did kill Robin in the first place. Yeah, alright. Oh, God. Plus, I really enjoyed it. I, for one, enjoyed it. I mean, I know Jared Leto's performance was the same, except the dialogue was different. Much better dialogue, of course. And I know Batman cursed in it, but, like, it was intense, actually. I really did enjoy that scene. It showed the character tension between them that no other movie showed. Not even Suicide Squad showed it. This was the only scene where Batfleck and Jared Leto Joker are actually talking to each other. Why is that unnecessary? Oh my God. Alright. Well, that was my rambling. Alright. Oh, this was pretty fun, don't you think? Alright. Well, let me show you. Channel Pup, he was the one who came up with this, so go ahead and give him a like, give him a follow too, you know what I mean? Yeah, alright. That's my opinion, guys. All 10 L's, I'm confirming it. Alright, take care, guys.